What's up, amazing folks? Whoa! Welcome back to Chop It Up with Potluck, where we talk about delicious home cooked meals because food is delicious, food is amazing, and food is love. I'm your host, Devon Travell, the Chief Innovation Branding Officer of Potluck Community. I have the boss with us.
His position changes every time.
Every week I have a new position. All right.
Oh, what is up, people? My name is Sinclair, and I am the CEO of Potluck Community. Very excited to be here. We have some members of our team joining us today, and we'll have some good conversation. You'll just be chopping it up with us. You know, we want you to be here.
Let's do it. So we brought the king and queen, my dad, her mom. Let's see. We can start off with lady, give you your nice intro, and then end it with the king over there.
Yes, my name is Cynthia Wilson, and I am the chef of Ladies Kitchen over here. So we're the first kitchen of Potluck. Proud to be.
Oh yeah.
And I should say, and my husband. There is a we. There is my husband is also my support person. I won't leave him out. He's a little camera shy, but outside of that, he's good.
And y'all, what y'all cooking? Where is he right now?
He is actually manning 9 slabs of baby back ribs that are being smoked as we speak.
And y'all sold out.
We are sold out, and we will be providing and delivering meals this afternoon, starting about 4 o'clock. It's served with some delicious cornbread, some cowboy beans, and some amazing potato salad.
There it is. Thank you. If you're in Riverside, definitely tap in Ladies Kitchen. Get yourself some delicious food. All right, to the king.
Hello, everyone. My name is Delton Walker, and I'm the Chief Sustainability Officer for Potluck Community.
Oh, yeah. All right. So y'all know it is a family affair here at Potluck, and we just want to, chop it up with you right now. So we're going to talk about today's question is, what stops you from cooking more at home? And this is the question because we're in quarantine, so we're spending more time in the house, but I'm sure there's things that are stopping you from cooking at home. Obviously, if you don't want to cook, you have amazing home chef that you can tap into on the Potluck Community platform to still get the benefits of getting a home cooked meal, still get that love, still get that flavor. But on the other days, we're hoping that you're also able to be in the kitchen with your family, bonding and creating memories through cooking. So the question to our amazing folks today and to the amazing folks listening at home is, what stops you from cooking more at home? Anyone feeling energetic to go ahead and start this wonderful conversation?
I will go ahead and start because I would say probably exactly about a year ago today, this was a huge problem for me. You would never know I was a home chef today if you had been listening. It is just the process. It is work, and there's planning involved, whether you want to think there is or not, but there is. So my biggest, I think, pet peeve before all of this was just the process of figuring out what to cook for the week. Then you have to plan, when to go buy the supplies and the food that you need. Then you cook it. Then you clean up. Yeah, you're cooking it. And then you got to clean up from it, though. So it's like a 4-step process. It's not just like, what's for dinner. If you're really like actually planning a meal. So that's where it got down to be difficult for me, was just coming up with maybe what to cook, especially the kids were gone. So, sometimes when the kids are there, that dictates, and that's easy. You pick them up from school, what y'all want to eat today, and they tell you, we want fried chicken, or we want tacos, and you want, pasta, whatever you want. And you go to the store on the way home, and then you get your stuff. But without them being in the house, and then just me just having to make that decision, pretty much, for the most part, I could ask my husband, but just less people decide, it became to be more of a chore for me. So it just has to go back to, I guess, planning. You have to kind of somehow plan and just figure out how you're going to do it, what's the easiest way to do it. Even the planning process can be minimal, but just figure out what's the best way for you and for it to work for you and your family. And then you just kind of have to stick to it.
There it is. Get your plan and stick to it.
Exactly. Figure out a plan, but then just stick to it.
And that's the stick to it part. I think is the hard part for me, because it's we do a lot. So one, the time is I think my biggest issue of not cooking more, because it is, like you said, it is such a process of, all right, what do you want to cook? Like, we have our staples, but then the actually going to shop, like at this point we're Instacarties. Whether we're cooking or whether we are ordering food, we're going to an app regardless, because we're going on Postmates, or we're going to go on Instacart to get the groceries
or
delivered.
Go on Potluck.
Or we're going to go on Potluck to get our food. But yeah, I feel like that is the biggest hurdle. And then I think on top of that, it's the cleaning afterwards, like you said. It's like, I know if it's a busy day, and usually he's the cleaner upper afterwards, because I do the cooking, and I know it's like, I already know he's got a to-do list of stuff that he's still got to do. So it's like, why am I gonna bother cooking? Because I know either I'm gonna have to clean up or it's not gonna get clean. So I feel like that's definitely another layer of like, well, let's just order some food then. Yeah. But I feel like we did get into a groove for a little bit in terms of like, we were like, all right, Sundays are meal prep days. But then even that, like, getting the food in, I was able to order the stuff on time and get the food in. This is when I was kind of developing some recipes, so I had a little extra pressure to go ahead and cook. But I feel like without that extra pressure, I'm just like, dang, that's a lot of work. Because especially if you're meal prepping for the whole week, that's another added layer on, because now I'm not only making dinner for tonight, I'm making dinner for the whole week, which means that 4 times the amount of vegetables I gotta chop, 4 times the amount of salmon I gotta clean and skin. It's a lot. It becomes literally like a half day thing of cooking, of chopping and cooking, and then waiting for it to cool, packaging it up, and then cleaning. So yeah, I loved home cooked food. I do, but man, the process of actually cooking it. Wow, I wish I had some place where I could get home cooked food and not have to go shop or order or or clean up afterwards.
That part. Yep. So entrepreneurship is all about problem solving. We definitely felt that was a problem, so that's one of the reasons why we created this platform. But over to the king over there for yourself. What stops you from cooking more at home, if that's even an issue for you? Maybe you chef it up 8 times a week and we don't even know.
No, it's definitely an issue for me. I actually enjoy cooking. I have like 5 or 6 go-to items that I go to for cooking at home. But honestly, sometimes I get tired of the same 5 or 6 items in my little cycle. So what stops me more than anything else is not having some quick and easy recipes for new things that I can cook. My 5 or 6 go-to items, I know the recipes like the back of my hand. It's pretty almost a no-brainer at this point in time to get the materials and cook it up and get it done. I'd like to be able to have access to some quick and easy recipes, new things that I've never made before that I could have and just add to my my existing repertoire of things that I cook.
And what are a few things on that repertoire? I know this is a random question; it's not on the schedule. But,
repertoire, okay. Well, I'm a huge fan of salmon, so I cook my salmon in my air fryer, or I'll make steak in the air fryer, or tacos. Sloppy tacos, one of the go-to items. Yeah. What else? Big on my homemade tuna. That's one of the go-to items I go to. Oh, and patty melt. I love my patty melt. So
you got a good diverse menu over there. I see you.
Yeah, but I want to add a little bit more to it. Other things that I like I love lasagna, but lasagna is so time consuming and tedious to make. So I need to find myself some good quick and easy recipes, very few ingredients that I can make. Preparation time at a minimum, 15, 20 minutes. pop in the oven 45 minutes, and we could be ready to eat.
Gotcha.
What about like crock pot meals? Maybe a crock pot situation would be beneficial. Kind of just throw everything in there, and at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, you got a soup or
That
a
would
stew
be.
or something like
That
that.
would be. I actually
That's
went to a thrift store and bought myself a crock pot a few months ago, but I've yet to use it. So I need a recipe.
Mm.
the crock pot is a wonderful solution to people that fall in the rut of, not cooking at home.
Mm.
There's nothing like coming home and smelling your dinner already being ready for you. It's just lovely. You just know you don't have to, even if it's just the main dish or even the meat portion or whatever, it's done and it smells good. And then you just have to do the sides or whatever. So either way, so that is a great solution. I think one of a great solution to people that, and I get that you still have to prepare the crock pot, but it can be done either the night before
Mhm.
or in the morning. So it just depends on how you are. If you wake up early, then get up early and prepare your crock pot. And if not, and you like to sleep in, then just prepare it the night before. But then you just plug it in before you go.
Yeah.
What are Oh, go ahead.
I would say that might have to be the next episode that we do is like your top 5 or top 3 crock pot recipes that you just must try, whether it's chicken nacho
They-
dip, chili, soup, chowder, whatever it is. Maybe we can come up with some recipes for folks next week.
Then I will not ask the question I was just about to ask.
So I'll give mine. So I have 2.
Sorry.
Y'all see this? y'all.
I'm very interested to hear what this is.
I have 2. You 2 distinct reasons why I don't like to cook. The first one is the cleaning. I feel like I'm cool with the cooking process, but then afterwards having to clean after, I'm just like, oh, I gotta clean now, especially after eating the food, because after you eat the food, you kind of want to relax. Yeah, you want to kind of knock out, relax, watch something. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of writing at nights, but cleaning is not necessarily what I want to do the last thing before going to bed. The second distinct reason why I do not cook more is I'm married to a chef. And when you're married to a chef, a bougie chef
Look,
at that,
I was waiting for that to come. Either picky or bougie.
it's not, you don't always get raving reviews.
Where's the motivation? Huh?
So at this point, after a while, I'm just like, you cook it. How you like that? It's okay. I would have done like, all right, cool. Cook it. What's that? Is that jar Alfredo? So at this point, it's just like, you know what? I know my role. I'm not the cook. I'm not the chef role. I'll cook for lunch when I'm home, but other than that, I won't even do it. And I have the opposite. Like a lot of folks are like, I don't want the same thing over and over again. Look, I can eat the same thing every day. Like when I was living at Granny's house, oatmeal every single day for dinner. No problem with that. I can have, a big old salad with, salmon and croutons and the Oriental sauce on it. I can have that salad every single day. Like I have no problem eating the same thing. But again, I'm married to an amazing chef who also has high quality, high standards. So eating the same thing for her is not an option. Even lunch, dinner, no. Thanksgiving leftovers back to back. Oh, no. It's like, oh, all right.
She comes by it honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll blame her dad more than myself. He's just a picky person.
Thanks.
Even when we did come back home from Thanksgiving with our plates ready, he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to eat this when we get home." I was like, I can't do Thanksgiving leftovers again. We just had them for lunch. I was like, we need to do something else for dinner, and then we can have this for lunch tomorrow. Like, I can't do the same thing. I'm like, oh, again. No. Even if it's delicious, I need a break, so I can really enjoy it.
Not me. Hey, if it's working, come on, let's go.
Run it back, Don. Keep running it back.
Right.
What we need to do is just I feel like we started this like when I would cook, you would kind of be on my shoulder and be like, oh, okay, so that's what you do. So just teach you how to make some of the easy recipes so that it's not Then you don't have to worry about the pickiness because it's something that I already make and I'm just giving you the recipe. What?
Like tacos or something like that, right? Like tacos.
Yeah, tacos. We do like
spaghetti.
teriyaki salmon. All I do is throw the marinade in the salmon and bake it. Like that's easy. And then do some rice and some vegetables or cauliflower rice and vegetables. What?
It's a good idea. We can test that out. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. So next week will be what we call it, crockpot recipes. The following week we'll give y'all an update on Devon cooking more. We'll see how it went. Exactly.
Yeah, over the holiday you'll have a little bit of time where you can try it.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Any other thoughts on how people can cook more in their house before we wrap up today's installment of Chop It Up?
Only thought I had is maybe providing access to some quick and easy recipes for folks like myself. That'd be very helpful.
Yep, I like that. I think we can add that to our Potluck community blog or even do a Chop It Up on that. But yeah, I like that idea.
I was just going to say maybe a suggestion. I haven't actually done this, but as I'm thinking right now, probably an easy way for it to kind of make it a little bit easier throughout the week is to for me, chopping the vegetables is the most tedious thing. So maybe you can do that like over the weekend and just put everything in like a container so that on Monday, if you're more strapped for time, you can just grab the vegetables, throw them in the pot, grab the vegetables, throw them in the pan, throw it in the oven or whatever. But I feel like, or if it's the meat too, like if it's chicken, you need to chop it up, like maybe just do that part over the weekend so that the actual preparing and cooking the day of goes a lot quicker.
Like that. Miss Lady, any wisdom? Oh, there we go.
Or marry a chef. How about that?
Or that.
It works. Trust me. It works.
Definitely. No, I was just basically going to say the same thing, is just put some thought into it over the weekend. As long as you have a couple of plan your week as far as that's concerned. We have Wednesday we eat out. So that's our community night out to help to support the small businesses in our area, especially with COVID. So I know we're not cooking on Wednesday. So that means, he's off on Mondays. So, you get down to okay, really, what nights do I have to cook? Then maybe if it's just 2 nights or 3 nights for you, that's better than 5. Then just plan for those 2 or 3 nights. So is it going to be chicken, tacos, beef, whatever it's going to be. Then there you pick it up with Sinclair, what she said, chop up your stuff. And then it's just a great peace of mind to have something ready so that you're not going in blind during that week, because it is stressful at that point, especially if you got kids. So you are going to have to take some time. It's just a matter of how much time you take on the weekend to plan, but it's worth it. I say it's worth it.
And look,
if not, hit me up, Ladies Kitchen.
There you go. And look, if I'm talking to any grocery store owners, a segment in your grocery store to where you can buy the vegetables already chopped will go very far. Because I would, even if it's a couple extra dollars, I already buy the onions already chopped. I know they're more expensive, but I like to do that just because I know it'll save me time.
And tears.
Tears, yes. But man, if you could have, I don't understand why they don't do that. Like they have little meat counters and delis.
Well, some of them do. Some of them do.
You can bring them a vegetable and be like, chop this up for me. And while I finish.
No, but not all. But I mean, some of them have, you can find your celery chopped up. You can find your onions. You might be able. It depends on where you go. Like if you go to some place like a Whole Foods, yes, you're going to find way more items chopped up than you would at a normal grocery store. But it's there. But then you make me feel like, because I love chopping vegetables.
Oh, really?
Look.
Yeah, I like chopping.
See, I have a chopper that I purchased. It's one of those ones that has the blades in it. You just twirl it around and chops up the vegetables for you. I have one of those.
So you did get me a little gadget one time, Mother, that was supposed to help chop the vegetables. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just me. I'm challenged sometimes when it comes to gadgets. So, but it didn't quite do the job. But if there's a better one out there, anybody got some suggestions, throw them out. to the potluck Instagram. Send us a message.
Yep.
But yes, no, for real though, I'm throwing out the idea that they need to have a little counter where you can bring your vegetables. They don't have everything. Like if I want some Brussels sprouts, you know, that's probably a seasonal thing. But like, can I bring my carrots and say like, hey, I'd like these julienne, please? You know, like that, because I feel like that's something. If you're already back there, you know, at the meat counter or whatever, you already have to be back there. There's going to be some downtime. You could easily be chopping back there, and yeah, more business.
There you go. A value added service. You should write that up to the corporate office at Ralph's. There you go.
Sounds
Ready
good.
first.
There it is. So we hope that you are planning your week out and finding strategic ways to cook more at the house, whether it's just you have you and your partner, or it's you and your family. On the days that you do not feel like cooking, tap in with the potluck community to still get yourself some home cooked meals. All right. Well, that's it for today. We appreciate you. I'll let the boss lady get the final farewells. Go ahead.
Thank you for joining us here for another episode of Chop It Up with Potluck, where we talk about delicious home-cooked meals, because food is nourishment.
Yes.
Food is love.
Patience.
Patient.
We got to wait for the punchline.
It is. Food is patience. And, of course, food is love.
Yes.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take care.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.